good, random person? How are you, man? Looks like it's just gonna be you and me today, random person. I'm guessing that no notifications went out. That's what I'm guessing. Guessing no notifications went out. It's a bit beyond my normal time, so the regular viewers, the regular people tuning into Dougie's Corner are going to be a little bit confused as to why the hell I'm live right now. That's alright, we'll figure it out. What's up, MMA Johnny? How are you, brother? Good to see you, man. Where is everybody? I'm early, and I bet there aren't any notifications, so it's just going to be one of those streams where it's going to take us a few minutes to get into it, but that's okay, mate. We've battled through streams like this before, and we will battle through streams like this again. Don't even worry about that. How are you, man? Muffled audio? I know, I'm fixing it now. I'm fixing it right now. I can see it being muffled right now. I'm fixing it right now. There we go. That's beautiful. All right. Excellent, excellent, excellent stuff. Excellent stuff. There we go. What's up, Lorendo? How are you, man? And lo, Dougie stood in Gamrot's corner, robbed in sweat and fury, crying aloud, "Cast forth thine hands as stones, and let thy knuckles testify." What an entrance, Lorendo. And Gamrot beheld him, and his heart was steed, for the word of Dougie was like fire in the lungs of man. I am not going to be going for Gamrot, by the way, Lorendo. Sorry to ruin the picks early. Sorry to give up who I'm picking in the main event early, but I'm not going to be picking Gamrot. How are you, man? What's up, MMA Johnny? You got notifications? Nice one, MMA Johnny. Well, again, a lot of the regulars aren't here, so that is all good. And it's not a vertical, so we're going from, what was it? It was 70 viewers earlier in the week while we were doing a vertical to 4 viewers while we're doing a flat lay. And this is why I do vertical streams instead of flat lay streams, because vertical streams just get more people watching them. What's up, DJ Aiden? How are you, man? Good to see you, dude. How are you? Did you catch your little shout out at the end of at the start of today's video, Mr. DJ Asian? Huh? Did you see it? Did you see it? Also, guys, as you can see, we've got a g'day Cheddarhead. How are you, mate? Fine. Pick Oliveira. Tell me why. And bring. Where's your hat? My hat's right here. My hat's right here. I'm picking Oliveira because I don't believe Gamrot. How are you, Cheddarhead? First of all, good to see you, Cheddarhead. I hope that you're well. I don't believe that Gamrot has got the sort of danger that is required to finish Charles Oliveira. Charles Oliveira was recently just chinned, but Gamrot isn't exactly chinning anybody, is he? Gamrot couldn't hold down hooker. Arman Sarukian was also able to scramble out from underneath Gamrot many times. And Charles Oliveira was also able to scramble out from underneath Arman Sarukian as well. So I just think it's, 2 + 1 = 3 in this fight, mate. Nice sign will be, nice. The sign will be here before you know. I haven't ordered the sign yet. I haven't bought the sign yet. So if you guys are wondering what this is, right now, Nitro Shorts, right now. So if you guys are wondering what this is, I've kicked the cable out of the back of the UFC sign behind me. It's absolutely stuffed. I got a quote in for a proper Dougie's Corner sign, like an actual custom-made sign, so it looks exactly like my logo. They want $500 for that sign, which I think is too much. But the chat yesterday really wanted the sign. So I said to the chat, you pay half, I'll pay half. So every single dollar in donation, every American dollar, Canadian dollar, Australian dollar, and US dollar will chip away at this price. And when we hit zero, I will order the sign. So the sign has been quoted for. It is on hold. And we need $221 more and 73 cents. And I will order the sign. I'll do 200 myself. You guys will chip in half. Then we'll get the bloody sign. So there you go. How much is the match today? No, I'm asking how much is the match today. Cheddarhead, thank you for the $10, Cheddarhead. You beautiful, beautiful man. Thank you, mate. Thank you, Cheddarhead. You're a wonderful human being. Thank you, Cheddar. Down we go. $211 left. Thank you, Cheddarhead. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. This is how we are going to get the custom Dougie's Corner sign. Only $211 to go. I might even have to shave off the 73 cents myself. But thank you, Cheddarhead. I appreciate you, man. Did we do the picks yet? Haven't even started yet, Bruce Wayne. We're still just warming up into it, my brother. Still just warming up into it. So thank you, Bruce Wayne. Thank you, Cheddarhead. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for the $10. Every time someone does a vertical, I accidentally swipe to a random streamer and find a woman just existing with hundreds of live viewers. Well, yes, I mean, that is because women merely have to be in the world, and they all have money showered upon them, love showered upon them, men showered upon them. Men actually have to do things, create things, go forth and achieve. This is the inherent difference between women and men. There's no point bitching about it. It just is what it is. But that is why male love is so much more valuable than female love. And no, Bruce Wayne, we have not done the Pixiacs. Thank you, Lorendo, for the $2, man. I really appreciate that, dude. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for the $2. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? 209 left on the clock. Thank you so much, dude. I appreciate you, Based. Well, this is the truth. Behold, thy banner shall rise in due season. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, I loved this. I loved the mock-up that they sent me. I really did. When I saw the mock-up, I fell in love with it. Brother, who said stream this early, brother? Who allow you to stream this early, brother? It's all good, Nacho. We'll be streaming for a bit, mate. So you just do your work, mate. There's nothing to stress about too much. Yeah, Lorendo, I fell in love with the mock-up once I saw it, and so did chat. The second I showed chat the mock-up image, they said, we have to have it, brother. And I said, chat, it's $500. It's too much. It's 16 LED lights and not worth $500. But chat insisted, so we're going halvesies, chat. We're going halvesies. And we're already down to $209 left on the clock, which is just a phenomenal effort from the chat. I'm honestly impressed. We started at 300. You guys have already knocked nearly $100 off the price already, chat, just in the few... I mean, we did it in the last half an hour of yesterday's stream. It's been 10 minutes today, so your chat has been amazing. Dougie, my chode is at a consistent 90-degree angle. Is that good? No. Well, yes, from your body. Yes, it should be. You don't want your cock to be hanging completely perpendicular with your body. You want it to be at a 90-degree angle. Why is the guy in the first fight such a big fan? Yes, shall we do it? Shall we do it, Shedhead? Shall we do it? Shall we get into the picks? Shall we get into the pick? We should get into the picks. Is the intro music done? Is the background music on? Let me put on my autistic background music so I can chill out and relax, so I can read better with some background music for myself. There we go. Dougie is listening to Panic Room by Dark Matter right now, if anyone is interested. And let's do it, Cheddarhead. I agree. I'm going to pick the other guy. Yeah, right. Thank you, Cheddarhead. Let's remind ourselves this is an MMA stream. What guy, what match? Yes, exactly. We're talking about it right now. Okay, so here we go. We've got Simon Oliveira. Simon Oliveira versus Lucinda. Now, Lucinda is coming in with an 88% pick rate. He is clearly the favorite. I'm not sure what the betting odds are. Tapology, I don't believe, shows you the betting odds. Simon Oliveira is coming in on a 3-fight loss streak. And the reason I think that Lucinda is such a big favorite is because he's not too bad, Cheddarhead. He's just exceedingly inactive. I've got my notes here. Hang on a second. Let me get my notes open. There we go. Yeah, all right. So here's my notes, Cheddarhead. They're two shit cunts. It's Brazil versus Brazil. I will also go with Lucinda because I think he has the better scrambles. Maybe he has improved in his time off. Whereas Simon Oliveira seems rather chinny to me. Tapology shows you the betting underdogs on the tail of the tape. I've got the tail of the tape right here. I don't see it, Nacho. I've got the tail of the tape open on the screen in front of me. UFC rankings, pro record, last 5 fights, betting odds. Oh, betting odds, right there. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. All good, Cheddar. All good, Nacho. I'm the dumb one. I'm the dumb one. Right, yeah, so Lucinda is the favorite. Yeah, I will also be going with Lucinda in this fight. Let me read everyone's chats. What has got? We did that one. We did that one. I mean, from the base. It's 90 degrees from the base. So your cock is perpendicular to your body. Well, you've obviously been ridden too hard and had your dick snapped by a rather enthusiastic young woman. Did you include all the dudes' donos from yesterday's stream? I did. So we made 51 US dollars. We made 51 US dollars on yesterday's stream. So I took that off. So we came into today's stream a little bit under. So yeah, we're now sitting on $209. So yeah. Dougie, I don't think your angle terminology is correct. I think it should be Bruce Wayne. You know, isn't perpendicular running... Oh no, parallel. Yeah, your cock shouldn't be running parallel with your body. Perpendicular would be at an angle, wouldn't it? No, you're right, Bruce Wayne. But that's why you're Batman, and I just make walls smooth. You know, very different levels of intelligence. I make walls smooth, and then I laugh at Dagestanis on YouTube. Not a high level of intelligence required for either one. Tapology shows you bet. We just did that one. My dick is 00. That's not long enough, Sharma. You know, even I'm a man that says you don't have to be the girthiest, biggest fella in the world. You don't even need to be the tallest, but you do need to have some sort of cock. I've been with clitorises that are bigger than your penis, mate. I'm the boss of the streams. I know DJ Aiden. This stream is brought to you by DJ Aiden. Reads out the betting odds like they're nothing. I mean, what are we talking? We're talking a 50-cent difference, Nacho? In the betting odds, there's a 50-cent difference. I wouldn't be putting money on either of them, to be honest, Nacho. Like, I don't think that this being 88% going for Lucinda and a 50-cent difference is... Yeah, I mean, to me, it's like one of the 50-50 fights, mate. This is one of the 50-50 fights on the card. I guess 50 cents is they're slightly leaning towards Lucinda as well, the betting odds. But yeah, I'm going with Lucinda. I think it's going to be a TKO, probably late in the fight. After Simon Oliveira has been gassed out a little bit. That's what I'm going to be going with. Lag? There is no lag. Don't worry about it, brother. It's all good, Bruce Wayne. Remember, Dougie is 5'10". It doesn't matter how tall I am. I'm 100. Why isn't the chat on the screen? Why is the chat behind Tapology? The tap should be there. Gosh, sorry, chat. That's so unprofessional. The chat should be there. And then we need to have... Where's the bot? Where's the... That should be there too. Unbelievable. There we go. That's how the stream should look. God. What kind of fucking dodgy operation am I running here? There we go. That looks better. God, I'm amazing. What's up, Cartoon Shrug? How are you, mate? No, I was talking about you saying there is no info about the odds, then read out the betting odds like it wasn't the info. Oh, I know. Well, that's because, again, like I was telling Bruce Wayne, I'm retarded. I'm an idiot. I shouldn't even be talking into the webcam. Quite frankly, I should just be trailing up walls. This is too much for me. Running the OBS and all the different things that I have on the screen right now, this is too much for a simple-minded Neanderthal like myself, Nacho. Dougie's actually 6'4". Exactly. A girthy 6'4". Dougie's taller than Dustin the Diamond Poyer. I think I am by a couple of centimeters, but it really doesn't matter. Again, MMA YouTube enjoyers, your height does not matter. Your height really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how tall you are. Yeah? A bit of charisma, a bit of confidence, go to the gym, don't stink, shave. Yeah? Crack some jokes. It's not that difficult, boys. All right, so yeah, this is my pick. I'm going with Simon Oliveira. I'm going with Lucinda against Simon Oliveira, and quite frankly, they should both be cut. I do believe they should both be cut. I even wrote it in my notes. They should both go back to the LFA. Moving on. Juliana Paraskari versus Karolina Kolokaevich. I am gonna pick a women's MMA fight. I'm gonna tell you why, chat. There are there are 3 fights on this card that I have got noted down as absolute coin flips. Coin flips. And I don't like going into where we are in our Tapology group. I'm holding number 5. Never again. Yeah, I don't. No. I'm not watching tape. Oh, you meant on Lucas Almeida on the previous fight. I made a horrible decision to watch tape on Lucas Almeida. No, who are you talking about? Lucas Almeida up here. Mitch Aswell. Right, we'll get to that fight. We'll get to that fucking fight. What was I saying? Oh, right. The picks this week. I had a really, really hard time making my picks this week. Like I was saying, there was 3 fights that I was like, this is 50-50. These are 50-50 fights. I feel pretty confident in Julia Pilastri. Pretty fucking confident. And I'd rather pick a women's fight that I'm confident in than 3 of the fights that I have to pick because they're men's fights that I'm not confident in. So at least if I get this one wrong, I'll be able to sleep at night and know that I had to go. So I'm going to go with Juliana Pilastri. Obviously, it's going to be a decision. And I think we're going to see the end of Karolina Kolokaevich, who it just looks like an auntie at this point. She literally looks like my auntie. Like, this is how the women in my family look. Eastern European, blonde hair, blue eyes. And she's so old, she could be my fucking auntie. Can't cherry pick women's fights. No stat padding. What do you mean? So I either have to pick every women's fight or no women's fights at all. We never talked about this. What's up, MMA Master? How are you, man? Let me read all your chats. Are the Oliveiras related? Abstronaut, I don't think they are. How are you, Abstronaut? I hope that you've been well, man. Thanks for jumping back into the stream, brother. I was just joking. I don't have a chode. It was chopped off by Sharma's chest. You Alex Pereira fans are gay for him. Does Hamzat wrestle fuck Powhatan to a victory? No. Powhatan's got 80% takedown defense. If anything, he sleeps Hamzat Chimaev, who struggled trying to get a finish over Gilbert Burns. John Pork is better than Hamshot. Dude, I love the new John Pork meme that is happening in the MMA community. It's not the John Pork. Don't call me John Pork, brother. This is my friend John Pork. I love it, dude. It's okay. As a genius billionaire playboy philanthropist, these things are common knowledge to me. I mean, that's what it is, Bruce Wayne. You know, you're the genius philanthropist billionaire playboy. I am the plasterer that laughs at Dagestanis online. Very different mental acuity levels. John Pork is haram, brother. That's why he hates his name. How are you, Fighters Club? Good to see. What's up, Tim? Why are you on so early? 3 weeks in a row. Don't worry, bro. It's okay. We all put pressure on our lives to incorporate your erratic times of late. How sad are we in that lot? It's just the Fridays have been good bounces for me, Tim. I think 2 weeks ago I was working on the Friday. No, I finished that job. No. Yeah, it's just the Fridays have been good bounces for me. Yeah, so I've been very lucky. Been lucky with the Fridays lately. They are from Miami. I'm me. I don't know who they are, Nitro. John Pork is Allah, brother. I don't think John Pork would be happy with that. How are you, my master? So just yes. So I'm not allowed to pick women's because I never pick any women's fights. I'm not allowed to pick these women's fights. Is that the yes you're giving me, Nacho? I don't like it, but it does make sense because I am technically cherry picking. I am padding my record with an easy women's fight and ducking the hard women's fights. It does feel wrong. I'll respect it. I will respect it and not. Oh no. Oh no. How do you not pick all or nothing? Oh no. How do you reset it? Like now I've got to pick because I've already selected it. If I refresh, will it clear it? Yes, okay. Alright. I'll play fair. I'll play fair. I'm going with Lucinda. I'm going with TKO. I'm going with round 3. Then I'll play fair. I will not pick the women's fight. You must now pick... No. I'd rather... You know what? I'm just going to flip the coin on the 50-50 fights that I've got in my notes. Alright, fair enough. I'll play fair. It is Nacho, as you can see. Unselected. It is I have refreshed, cleared it. It is unselected. Okay? And I will leave it unselected when I go to click save. Done. Alright, unselected. Let us move on. Let me read some chats. Oh, this one's easy. Muhammad Usman is, without a doubt, and I'll read everyone's chats again. I'll just get done with this fight because this is a very easy pick that I'm super confident in. Muhammad Usman, in fact, I'll say this with my chest and look down the camera. Muhammad Usman is undoubtedly one of the worst human beings to ever strap on a set of UFC gloves. Not in a John Jones way, but in a skill for skill level way. William Knight has had more skill. The God of War, the Hardy dude that came from the NFL that got knocked out 4 times and just left, had more skill. CM Punk arguably had more skill in his second fight. Muhammad Usman is one of the worst athletes to ever put on a set of UFC gloves. And he is lucky that he is full of steroids and that his brother got his career kickstarted for him. I can't believe that he is still in the UFC. I will not be picking Muhammad Usman. He is absolutely awful. Walter Walker, submission, round 1. Easy pick. Let me read your chats, boys. I'll jump back in. How are you, MMA Master? Good to see you, man. Carolina going to be a champion next year? No, Johnny, no. How you been, Johnny? Here comes the Indian, sir. Here comes another Indian. T995, sir. I'm here from India, sir. I'm here for tech support, sir. How are you, T995? Ankalaev is going to win the trilogy fight. There'll never be a trilogy fight, Johnny. John Pork called and said that he was coming. That's disgusting. Jackson Dart those who know. Fighters Club, I have no idea what you're saying. Jackson Dart those who know. I don't understand the little code you're going with. You're going with Plastery because it sounds like both Poland and Plasterer. That's funny, Tim. Does Anthony Smith land that takedown on Dricese? No. On Druce? On Dricus? Does Anthony Smith land that takedown on Dricus? Is that what you're saying, Nacho? Never. Dricus is too much. Hero of the John Wick meet? No. No idea what you're talking about. What's up, Lane? How are you? There's never going to be a trilogy. Never, never. Where's your beer? It's 11:30 on a Friday morning, mate. A little bit early for beer. Sir, I've had a gorgeous babysitter. Oh, no, it's just a poo. Thank you, T995, for the £2. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Oh, sir, I'll take your $2, sir. That's not a scam at all, sir. I'll take your $2, sir. Thank you so much, sir. There we go. $207 left on the clock. Again, boy, not on the clock. On the donation bin. Again, boys, I need to replace my neon sign. It's broken. We've got a quote for a custom-made Dougie's Corner sign. I'll pay half of it. You guys will pay half of it since you guys love the look of it so much, and quite frankly, so do I. And literally every single dollar counts. So thank you, T995. I appreciate it. What's up, Matthew? How are you, brother? How are you? Help me get a new neon sign, boys. Only $207 left to go. Right, where am I up to? Thank you so much, T995. I appreciate it. Thank you, sir. TK, sir. Thank you, sir. Would you rather fuck a crocodile or Kayla Harrison? Ooh, Kayla Harrison. Kayla Harrison, yes. Walker versus Usman should have been the main card. Having their brothers in the corner makes it even more hyped. It should have been on the main card. That is true. That is true. And having their corners there, yeah. It's like the two little retarded members of the family fighting each other. Yeah, I agree, Nacho. Sir, largest democracy, sir. Top to guys, sir. I have no idea. Nitro, you just say things today, don't you, mate? Didn't Mo Usman just lose recently? No, he just won recently, but he had 2 losses before that. How are you, Matthew Drake? Good to see you, man. Impression of putting some sheetrock in an air fryer. Ooh, that's a good one. Mate, I got nothing to eat. I'm starving. You know what? I reckon if we put some plaster in the air fryer, it'd probably taste pretty good, mate. Dougie, just how Jewish are you? Okay, if you had to give a percentage, 80. I would honestly say probably 0%. Because with how my mum raised me, to literally blame everything on the Bolsheviks. Thank you, Nacho, for the 5 gifted memberships. What is it? It's $1.50 per membership? Something like that. It's $1.50 per membership. Thank you, Nacho, so much, mate. Thank you. Let's, what are the $7? Let's round it down to $200. Thank you, Nacho, for the 5 gifted memberships. $7.50. Oh, beautiful. What was it? 207. So we're just under, let's call it $1.99. Thank you, Nacho. I appreciate it for the sign since I can't do it. No, thank you, dude. I appreciate you, man. There you go. $199 left for the sign. Thank you, Nacho, man. And Chrissy got one. That's great to see. And that's all the regulars. There we go. There we go. I say 2% due after this sign gate. What is the sign gate, Tim? That is, they quoted me $500 for this, Tim. $500. Do you think this is worth $500? I love it. I think it looks phenomenal. It's 16 LED lights. They want $500 for it. I don't know, Tim. But the chat love it, so we'll go read the above message. We'll do, man. So you've conned us all into paying for your new sign. I highly appreciate. It's not all, no. It's half and half, Tim. It's half and half. We bullied Doug. That's essentially what happened. I saw the sign. I went, fuck, it looks sick. Doesn't that look sick? That looks sick. But I'm not paying that much money for the new sign. But chat wants the sign, so we'll get the sign. There we go. All right, let me read some chats. Dougie, how Jewish are you? We did that one. I DM'd Colby Covington 2 insults. Tom Aspinall and Magomed yanked guy off. He was not impressed. What a weirdo. But that seems like it would be right up Colby Covington's alley, Micah Mason. Seems like something you'd love, mate. Can Bay Metallia lose? I'm fading her for my rent based on the patchy mix rule. I don't know tasteful thickness. I don't watch women's MMA. I did literally 0 research into the women's MMA fights. I was only going to pick against Karolina Kowalkiewicz because I've been watching UFC for so long and I just know that she sucks. So if you're asking me about a new women's prospect, I have nothing to say about it. Great dude, feels great to be a UFC fan in 2025. We are witnessing a rebirth of the golden age. I know, it's amazing, isn't it? I know, Matthew Drake. I was talking about that yesterday on the stream. We're truly in a lucky era. Beer has a lot of caffeine. No, it doesn't. Dougie, would you ever pull a Khabib and marry your cousin? No. Honestly, I heard a story from one of my relatives that we have an ancestor who is slightly Jewish, maybe 2%. I mean, I've never had a 23andMe, but I'm just letting you know from the way that my mother raised me, she'd be appalled if there was anything in us. Kai versus Patchy, whoever loses gets cut. I like it, BBC Junior. Oh, Thank you so much, Tim, for the fiver. You've conned us perfectly. Perfect frog style. Well, thank you for the fiver, Tim. I appreciate it, man. $194 left to go with the signage. Thank you so much, Tim. I appreciate it. God, we have the best MMA community in all the world. I am convinced out of everyone's MMA chats, we have the best community out of all of them. Crazy that you guys have already spent over $100 on making sure we get the new Dougie's Corner sign. I appreciate you guys. You guys are all bad bitches. Kind of gay, T995. Dougie, you should turn Mormon and marry both your Okay, that's... You guys are disgusting. Disgusting. Right, so we've done that fight. Right, Locus Rocha versus Stuart Nickel. Oh, I had so much trouble with this one. Oh, I had so much trouble with this one. Oh, I had so much struggle with this one. All right, Locus Rocha versus Stuart Nickel. An Aussie, but a mid-Aussie versus a shoot-the-box Lois Rocha. Now, Nickel didn't even do regional Australian MMA properly. He didn't do any Hex or any Eternal fights. He came into the UFC. He lost his first fight. Rocha has also lost his first fight. Has also lost his first UFC fight. However, at least Rocha has had the correct experience of fighting on LFA and fighting in Contender Series as well. Oh, thank you, Nacho, for the $1.50, man. I appreciate it, dude. More money taken from the sign. Thank you, dude. Sign! Minus 150. Thank you, Nacho. I appreciate you, mate. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And well done to K1. I recognize that name. You're a bit of a regular. Oh, dude, we have two divisional goats in Marab, Volk, Pantoja. It's damn fucking close. I know, it's insane, Matthew. Like, we are in the golden age. I know, which is so ironic because at the start of this year, I was really talking about how we were in the dark ages. And it's crazy just how quickly it's turned around, man. Whatever happened to Gregor Gillespie? Bro could have Gamrotted his way to an Oliveira matchup. Gregor Gillespie. Didn't he just sort of age out? I believe, isn't Gregor Gillespie getting into like 36 or something? Isn't he just aged out? We also have Ilya, we have Islam and Sharma, any of which could end as the GOAT. Yeah, I think Ilya's got a lot of work to do, but he's definitely in the conversation. He's building the correct kind of legacy. Islam, if he beats JDM at welterweight and defends, he's right there as well. And Alex Pereira, I mean, if Alex Pereira beats Cyril Gahn to get a heavyweight title or beats John Jones, I don't think he beats Tom Aspinall, but I could see him beating Cyril Gahn. I could see him beating John Jones. Yeah, we're in a golden age right now. Like the champions that we have right now are in the discussion for where do they fit into the top 15. We're so lucky because we weren't having these conversations with the Tyrone Woodleys or we were with Conor McGregor, but who else? Tyrone Woodley and Usman and Anders and Izzy. Yeah, we're in a golden era right now. Dougie doing all his work just for me to copy all of his picks and spend 0 time studying the fighters. That's all right, Sharma. That's why we on MMA YouTube do what we do. Who are all these chopped fellas? I know my name is Deshaun. I know. We are picking Stuart Nickel. Well, essentially, Nacho, that's where this has come down to. So, to me, it's a 50-50 fight. And if it's going to be a 50-50 fight, I'm going to pick Nickel. I'm going to pick Nickel by a hard-fought decision. I don't believe in this pick, but at least Nickel's an Aussie. And if we're going to do a 50-50, let's fly Rue. We'll get Rue up. We'll put up the kangaroo. We'll set the backlight to green and gold, and we'll just alhamdulillah our way through this fight. I said there were 3 50-50 fights on this card. This is one of the 50-50 fights. I hate picking fights like this, especially when our top 10 is so... Like, Bilal is out of the top 10 by... Literally, it could be 2 fights, and Bilal's in the top 10, and I'm out. And I'm ahead of Nacho in the top 10 by just a bee's dick. I'm barely holding on to the top 15 in MMA YouTube. I'm 100% to Nickel Cope alongside. That's what this is. This is just an Australian just going, it's up to the gods. Like, whether or not I'm in the top 10, it's completely up to the gods. It's completely up to the gods. This is not, this week, where I sit in the top 10 is not up to me. There's too many, there's 3 50-50 fights, and that is, I don't like that. All right, I'm going to read some more chats. Gregor hasn't posted in 3 years. Is bro even alive? Oh, shit. Has it really been 3 years? No, we saw Gregor Gillespie last year in the Apex. I'm sure we did. No. When did we see Gregor Gillespie last? That's a good question. Ilya has first got to find a wife in Miami. Bro, you don't go to Miami for wives, bro. Don't you watch the Nelk Boys? Don't you know nothing, bro? You don't watch Nelk Boys, bro? You don't go to Miami for wives, bro. You go to Eastern Europe, Poland, Russia, Northern Serbia, Eastern Europe, Hungary. Yes. I'm not sure if someone is trying to give me a channel membership. I said I need to allow memberships, and I did, but it doesn't seem like anything has changed. Not too bothered either way, just don't want to seem rude like I was turning down. Oh, no, you're all good, Drake. So, Drake, when someone does gift some memberships, you'll see their name at the top of the chat stream up here. You'll see their little bubble. You just click on the bubble and say receive gifted memberships, and then essentially you're in a lottery. But unfortunately now the channel has grown, so you're in a lottery with 3,000 other people. Good luck, brother. Dougie, do you know how to do the dance called the Dougie? I do know how to do the Dougie, Sharma Reddits. I also have my own custom dance, which I call the Plasterer, which you'll see when I'm rather drunk. Maybe Nacho and Bilal will see it next time we all go to Hex. No, they won't. There's a fight card after that. I can't go out for beers afterward, Nacho. I have to go straight back home for the live stream the next day. What are you going to do? On picks, if I pick 50% again and Rayman 50%, I need to go out on top of the rankings to be perfect. Oh, there you go. Thank you, Nacho, for the $1.50. Well done to Captain Rafolo for getting it. Right now, click on Nacho's name and click select gifted memberships. Thank you, Nacho, for the $1.50. I appreciate you, mate. $191 left to go for the new sign, boys. Tim says, on picks, if I can pick 50% again and remain 50%, I need to go onto the top of the rankings for being perfect at the moment. You're going to go on the top of the rankings for being perfect at a 50% clip. What's up, Corporatism? How are you, man? Just so Tim can cope and say that he's a casual because it's 50-50. What's up, Jenga Bo? How are you, man? Do you know about the rush hour situation? No idea what you're talking about, mate. No idea at all. Where was I up to? Imagine not even showing up and getting members. You've been killing it lately, Sharma. I want John Pork on the next pay-per-view. He's going to light up the lightweight division. His striking did look fucking sick, didn't it, BBC? Looked awesome, man. These guys are broken. Who are you talking about, Nitro? Who's the #1 pound for pound, 4-time champ? If Alex beats Tom, 2-time champ, no longer on a win streak. If Islam beats... Who's the #1 pound for pound, 4-time champ? Alex, if he beats Tom, or 2-time champ with a longer win streak. Islam, if he beats JDM. I think pound for pound... you kind of have to give it to Alex Pereira because he did it in 3 different weight classes. And the whole thing about pound for pound is if you took away the weight classes, and Alex Pereira has proven that he can do it over 3 of them. Bro, forgot about there's no such thing as Kosovo. That's just Eastern Serbia. We need more John Pork now. I agree, BBC Junior. Steph Curry's wife versus Ilya Taptilda's wife. Ooh, failed hoe to a housewife turn. You don't want Steph Curry's leftovers, mate. I'm not familiar with the membership system. There you go, Matthew Jake. So click on Nacho's name at the top of the bubble at the top of the chats. And there you go, mate. Made you with the Fall For It Again award. Nitro, I don't know what you're talking about. Don't know. Say something, maybe they will. Eastern Europe, a.k.a. the Sons of Greeks. What's up, Corporatism? How are you, man? Good to see you. The Sons of Russians. Brother, surely you can drink until at least 1:30 a.m. No, because it depends. It depends. It depends what time they're on in the morning. If they're on at 9 a.m., yeah. If they're on at 6 a.m., it just depends, Nacho. It depends, man. Gillespie's fight was in May of 2021. Huh. Feels earlier than that. My God. The Rush Hour Fight Club channel. I've never heard of the Rush Hour Fight Club channel. Thank you, Cheddhead, for the 1 gifted membership. I appreciate you, mate. Cheddhead, you're bloody legend. Cheddhead, thank you. What was it on? 99. Shit. What was it on? History. It was on 191. All right. 191. 191. Thank you, Cheddhead. I appreciate it. Oh, thank you, Cheddhead. You're a good man. What the fuck is going? What the fuck? Thank you, Cheddhead. I appreciate you, mate. You're a legend, dude. Thank you, Cheddhead. Hey, Drake, you got your gifted membership. Good on you, man. There you go. Ask and you shall receive. Praise the Lord. Starfish got one. Michael got one. And the 3, Cheddhead. Not bad, mate. Not a bad pull at all. 3 regulars. Nice, man. Nice. Django says, all right, he's another MMA channel, the owner. Oh, right. Yes. So Benny P dropped this news. You know what? I'll bring this up now. Now I know exactly what you're talking about. Thank you for reminding me, Jengabo. Benny P dropped this news. Benny P, fellow Australian MMA journalist, does amazing work. Benny P dropped this news. I'll bring it up now because he does deserve to be named and shamed. Thank you for bringing it up. Right, Benny P brought this up. I've been informed that there has been a predator in the combat sports community. The YouTuber known as Rush Hour, real name Jordan Holly, was arrested. He is a nonce. This was my reaction to it. We should be blood eagling people like this. And yeah, there you go. There you go. Absolute vile stuff. Yeah, vile creature. So well done on the MMA community for turning their back on him completely. And well done to the authorities for finding him and convicting him. So thank you for reminding me. Jabango. I wasn't aware of his name, but I'm aware of Benny P covering the story. And thank you, Cheddarhead, for the $7. I appreciate it. Thank you, Cheddarhead. Well done. Good pull. Right, let us continue on, chat. I'll try and read everyone's chats. I don't know if Ilya could win his wife. I don't know if I'd fight Ilya if I could win his wife. Ilya's wife was beautiful, wasn't she? Gillespie is fishing or some shit. Well, good for him, man. Good for him. If one is aiming for 50% and is on 50% and pick 3 cards out of 7 perfectly, he is without a doubt the best picker in the group. That is true, Tim. Like, if you are trying to hit 50% and you nail 50% perfectly, you might just be the best picker in the group. But you know what the problem with that is, Tim? The best picker in the group can't be a casual. What's up, Starfish? Good to see you, man. Enjoy the membership program. Enjoy the meme videos. Enjoy the emojis that you get. Cheddarhead gifted you, so say thank you to Cheddarhead. And also enjoy the camping vlogs. There's 2 camping vlogs in the meme video in the back end. So you get meme videos every week. You get emojis. There's 2 special camping vlogs there just for the members. I'll tell you what, $1.50. Best membership content on MMA YouTube. Best membership content on MMA YouTube. In Romania, they suck your eyeballs through your golden hope. That is true, tasteful thickness. Eastern European women. McGee versus Malcolm should have been booked. McGee versus Malcolm should have been booked. I don't know if it's a big jump up in competition. McGee versus Malcolm. Malcolm isn't ringing any bells right now. Sorry, mate. There's 600 fighters. Very hard to remember them all. My bad. And where the hell is Cody Bloody Haddon? Cody Bloody Haddon should have been in Perth. Where the hell is Cody Bloody Haddon? What's up, Spectronominus? Good to see you, dude. I hope that you're well, man. How have you been? I think whoever gave those to me, Cheddarhead. Yep, beautiful stuff. Pound for pound is more about who have you accomplished in the sport, and pound for pound is more about what have you actually accomplished in the sport, less about if you made Volk the same size as Alec as who would win. Well, that's why I hate the pound for pound argument and conversation, because I always thought pound for pound meant who is the most skilled fighter across all the weight classes. Like, who is the pound for pound most skilled fighter? And some people think pound for pound means who has the best resume so far, or who has accrued the most legacy so far, which to me would be the best legacy fighter or the most resume fighter. But it is what it is. No, tasteful thickness. That's disgusting. Spread the news. Spread the news. Yep. No, thank you for bringing it up, Jabango. I appreciate it, mate. And it's your first time seeing you here, Jengo Bogo. It sounds racist when I say that name, mate. I don't like your name, brother. Jengo Bongo. It makes me sound super racist. I don't know why, but it's giving racism. But anyway, I make MMA content every day of the week, and if you don't mind some lighthearted, playful racism, subscribe to the channel. Armin's collaborating with Ilya's wife on OnlyFans just to get a title shot. Armin doesn't have the personality for that. I'm going to be on your stream for a while watching the fights. All right, sounds cool, man. Kick back, Starfish, and enjoy the stream, dude. Statistically speaking, the bigger you are, the more uncoordinated you are. That is the reason why in basketball, centers usually can't shoot threes. If you size up Volk, you would lose all sense of skill. Yeah, I know, Sharma, but you see, you're falling into the trap that a lot of MMA YouTube comment sections falls onto. What you've got to do is just imagine things, you know? Like, pretend there was just a slider. And what I've noticed a lot on MMA YouTube is that this community here, which I'm not calling you this, but I am pointing out that a very large amount of this community here are super fucking autistic. Like highly fucking autistic. And if you say to them, just imagine if Volk was a heavyweight, they go, but he's not, it can't be, it don't work, if he was, but it says middleweight, but he's featherweight, it wouldn't be, I know, calm down, deep breaths, alright, play with the fidget spinner, it's okay, calm down, green, yellow, red, green, yellow, red, calm down, it's alright, I understand, it's just a game, it's just a mind game, it's just a game we're playing in our heads. But MMA YouTube has a lot of trouble doing that. I noticed Guru was noticing it a lot yesterday on his stream. It would lag for a little bit and the whole stream would go, what did you say? What was that sentence? I missed one sentence. I was like, just calm down. It's all right. It's just a sentence. The stream goes for fucking 8 hours. You can miss one sentence. It's okay. It's okay. I wonder what people's fancy these cunts to be spread amongst all the communities. They have subvert to and debase in every way possible. I wonder what people finance these cretins to be spread amongst all communities. There to yes, Tim. The juice. I'm clipping you sounding like a tard and using it every time I see something dumb. Do it, Sharma. All good, brother. All good, man. Dougie, I've posted something extremely important and time sensitive in the Discord. Oh, good, Nacho. That's good. Like I've got the Discord right here, Nacho. You're probably kidding. What is this? Alex Pereira teaches Nina Drama how to fight and dance. I don't want to watch this. Do you want me to watch this, Nacho? I don't want to watch this. Call into the MMA Guru cast like a retarded Dean Thomas. I'm not invited and I'm not going to push myself onto it. I'm a nobody. There's 20 people in here. I have 3,000 subscribers. I'm a fucking nobody. It's all good. People know about me. They just don't care. And that is perfectly okay. He did. It's his most viewed video. Armin's Armin's collaborating with Ilya's wife. There you go. You think Ali Abdelaziz, the peanut head, is all bark and no bite? Absolutely. Absolutely. Alice Pereira? What about Alice Pereira? Play with your fidget spinner as funny as fuck. Yeah, just calm down. It's all good. The autism schizoid spectrum is high on MMA YouTube. It really is, mate. It really is. What's up, Bilal? How are you, brother? Good to see you, man. Flyweight Aspinall versus heavyweight Pantoja. That's it. You just sort of picture it, right? Because Aspinall, with his striking and his takedowns, but you haven't seen Aspinall do a lot of back scrambles. Yeah, but Aspinall could do it if he was skinnier. Yeah, but just picture Aspinall if he was small. Okay, calm down. It's funny how funny is Peanut Head? Did ITP coin that for him? I think Connor did, and then ITP ran with it. It's Alice and Nina. Alice and Nina. Oh, okay. Well, now I'm suddenly way more interested. Okay. Hang on a second. Oh, hang on a second. Nacho's found some fucking... Hang on a second. Welcome to the banning room. Hang on a second. Nacho's found some MMA gold here. So this is MMA content, is it, Nacho? That's beautiful stuff. She doesn't rate higher than Nina, than she's always getting her feet in the fucking way. Fucking Nina drama. She doesn't rate higher than Natalia Silva. I'm sorry, Nacho. She just doesn't. Natalia Silva is the one. Although Alice Pereira can certainly be... What the fuck? Just kick her in the dick? That is brutal. Absolutely brutal. All right, let's return to the picks. Where was I up to? Honestly, if you don't account for size making you less skilled, then there would be 0 people who are lightweight and above on the go. Honestly, if you didn't account for size making you less skilled, then there would be 0 people who are lightweight and above on the GOAT list. If you didn't account for size making you less skilled, then I don't think so, Sharma. Again, JDS was able to do some amazing grappling and submissions at the higher weight classes. John Jones also has got some fucking awesome grappling and elbows and transitions. Standing guillotines as well. Yeah, no. You can have some highly Anderson Silva at middleweight submissions from the bottom plus grappling. So no, you could see some pretty sick back takes and scrambles in jiu-jitsu. Fluffy. Yeah, no, I don't know. Does Gamrot get the W and surprise the world more than Sean Brady being caught with 2 blondes in Miami? Leaving the hotel, and both come out being trans, reported by Trans MMA. What's up, Evloev Jr.? How are you, man? No, I don't think Gamrot gets the W and surprises the world more than Sean Brady being caught in a hotel room with 2 blondes that are actually trans. Thank you, Tim, for the $5, man. I really appreciate that, brother. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you, dude. 179 left on the clock to get myself a brand new sign. Paid for by you guys. Well, half paid for by you guys. You guys are absolute legends. Messages below. Why they would messages below. Yep. Aussies. Yep. Yes, I agree, Tim. I agree. That's why I said light and playful racism, because it's just fun stuff. How are you, Shyla? Good to see you. I hope that you're well. Good to see you. And thank you, Tim, for the $5. And I completely agree with you, Tim. I completely agree with you. There's nothing wrong with light-hearted, playful racism. Like I was saying yesterday, actual racism is retarded. I need to see an MMA fan autism spectrum chart so we know where we sit. Us, MMA YouTube, we're all the way on the Spurg list. All the way on the Spurg. Yeah, we're right down there. We're right down there. Nina may be retarded, but them titties, What a forehead. What a forehead. What a forehead. What was that, a Nate Diaz impression? Yes, Bruce, it was. Yes, look at flyweights move and do things. If you size them up, top 15 flyweight, and had them the exact same movement and coordination, they would butt fuck every heavyweight ever. Yes, it is. But again, you sort of got to like look at their skills, but they'd obviously be a little bit slower. Now, again, Sharma, I'm not calling you autistic. I'm saying like, obviously Mighty Mouse wouldn't move at the speed Mighty Mouse moves at heavyweight. You've got to imagine Mighty Mouse just doing the things Mighty Mouse does, but a little bit slower. Just use imagination. I'm not saying that you're autistic and you've really locked yourself into this conversation and you're having a hard time dealing with the reality of it, because obviously Alexandre Pantoja would be faster and scramblier, but he wouldn't, because he'd be heavyweight. So he'd have those moves like JDS has those moves, but he'd be a little bit slower. You know, it's a mental game, which you're having a lot of trouble. And again, it's not you. It's MMA chats gets autistic. Thank you, Hap Chandler, for the $1, man. I appreciate it, brother. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. What the fuck was I doing? What was I doing? 178 on the clock. Thank you, Hap Chandler. Thank you so much, man. It's all going towards a brand new sign. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. And Hap Chandler is throwing me a banana. Love it. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Imagine if everyone were the same weight. They'd all stay the same height that they are. True. They say Tom moves like a middleweight. Imagine a guy his size to move like a middleweight or Pantoja. They say Tom moves like a middleweight. Imagine if a guy his sized moved like Mighty Mouse or Pantoja. I know what you're saying, but as far as coordination goes, smaller people are just more coordinated. I understand. They are. They are more coordinated. That is true. That is true, Sharma. It's very, very true. Thank you, Hap Chandler, for the other $1. Hap Chandler has done eating his banana and has now thrown me a banana skin. Thank you, Hap Chandler. I appreciate it. 177 left on the clock. Slippery banana peels in chat. Where was I up to? How are you, Shiloh? Good to see you, man. Have you locked in your picks? Not yet, Shiloh. I'm still going through them one by one. So far, I have gone with Lucinda. I have gone with Volta Walker. I have gone with Stuart Nickel. However, this is a 50-50 fight to me, Shiloh. I don't know who is going to end up winning this fight, but Stuart Nickel is Australian, so I'm going with him. And the next one is women's MMA. We don't watch women's MMA. The next one is Vitor Petrino versus Thomas Peterson. That's the next one that I'll be getting into. I'm just catching up on some chats. How long until John Pork gets fraud checked by Chase Hooper? John Pork's pretty good. John Hawk's pretty good. Thank you, Hap Chandler, for the $2, man. I really appreciate that, brother. Thank you so much, dude. John Pork will be a lightweight champion in the future. Let's be for real. Usman can't even beat a kid from... Okay. I hope John Pork gets into the rankings because the whole John Pork meme is fucking hilarious. Dougie, I posted pictures of Natalia Silva and Alice in the Discord. Look at them right now. Look into the camera and tell me Natalia is hotter. Okay. Natalia's hotter to me. She's cuter to me. Natalia wins to me, Nacho. She wins. Bananas in the chat. I know what you're saying, but as far as we did that one. Almost halfway in the second stream. That's almost halfway in the second stream. I know. It's amazing. It's amazing. You guys are absolutely legends. $177 left in the chat. So awesome. Thank you guys so much. Sorry spurging out right now. I noticed, Sharma. It's all good, man. It's all good, mate. I get it. I do it too. I rage out and get locked in things on as well. We're all the same. We're all just MMA fans that spurg out a little bit too much. It's all good, Sharma. I mean, you were right about DC being lower on the GOAT list than Alex Pereira. So, Sharma's in the chat for Sharma. Don't like it. Don't like it. Don't like imagining different weights. Don't like it. You're all good, brother. You were right about DC. You were right about DC. Did you go with Khan Offley? Let me get to it when I get to it below. I got my notes on the other screen. Lascenda decision. Walker first round sub. Rocha decision. Petrino first round KO. I'm going with Petrino. Philho decision as well as decision. Prachniel first KO. Okay. Alvarez second round KO. Jackson decision. Oliveira third round submission. All right. I like that. I like those picks, Charlotte. Nicely done. She looks disgusting. She looks gorgeous, Nacho. How dare you say that about my wife? There is a Dougie's Corner Discord. There is. You may join the Dougie's Corner Discord right now. How the fuck is there not a Meat Canyon video of MMA Guru and MMA Joe? I don't know, Evloev, but in the members section, I've got a fight between MMA Guru and MMA Joey on UFC 5. Mo Usman versus Uga Booga. No one should ever pick Mo Usman again. The tasteful thickness. All right, I've caught up. Let's do this one. Petrino's going to win. KO. I don't need to break this fight down too much. Petrino's going to win. Everyone knows Petrino's going to win. The fucking odds know that Petrino's going to win. The whole world knows that Petrino's going to win. Petrino's going to win. Petrino's going to win. All right, moving on. Philo versus Caton Carpenter. This is the other 50-50 fight for me. Where am I up to? Where are my notes? Philo versus Carpenter. Philo is another one of Makhayev's close calls. Makhayev, the dominant uncrowned champ who had a close call against Diego Lopez and Arnold Allen. Right. Anyway, will Philho, this is the question I'm having to myself when I'm thinking of these fights. Will Fialho spend 15 minutes on the bottom looking for a sub? Is Clayton Carpenter going to get caught in one of the subs? Is Clayton Carpenter going to gas out and not get the finish? And then Fialho will either sleep him, or will Fialho be able to go to the decision, trying to get the sub, have more like moments looking for the submission, and then the judges end up giving it to Fialho instead of Carpenter, who's ended up landing more shots. This is how I see this fight going. Carpenter landing good shots, possibly gassing himself out, maybe wrestling Fialho to the ground, and Fialho sitting on the bottom trying to throw up submissions. See you, Tim. Have a good one, man. I'll never forget the time Chael told me to bet money on Anthony Smith over Petrino and won me a nice chunk of change. That is actually fucking crazy. That Prashnia lost that fight. What's his fucking name? Just talked about him. Yeah, Vitor Petrino. It's actually fucking crazy that Vitor Petrino lost that fight against Anthony Smith. Was Chael right about that? Was Chael actually right about that? Fucking hell. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to flip a coin. We're going to flip a coin. If it's heads, it's Philho. If it's tails, it's Carpenter. We're going to flip a coin. Philho is going to get a submission. Philho is going to get a submission. That's what I'm going with. I'm going with a coin flip. I literally flipped a coin for this pick. I'm going with Philho. I'm going with Philho. That's it. That's it. I've done it. I've made my pick. I'm going with Philho. Oh, Lucas Almeida versus Michael. Even the coin agrees. If the coin agrees, the coin agrees. What can you do? Listening to Uncle Chael for a bet is as crazy as winning on set. I know. But knowing Nacho, I believe that Nacho did listen to Chael and went, fuck it. Chael makes a good point. Chael put out a video the day of the fight saying how he never bets, but then he saw the odds on the fight and just had to put a bet on Smith. I get it, dude. I remember Oliveira versus Ilia Topuria, and I saw that Oliveira via submission was paying $8, and I was like, you've got to sprinkle on that, man. I'm kind of a noob on Discord with my phone. Would anyone be willing to slap me the Discord link? It's the... There you go, brother. There's the Discord link. Just click on that. It'll take you straight to the Discord. Why the fuck are you deep analyzing these fights when nobody watches them? Why am I analyzing these fights when no one... Because I'm an MMA fan, and MMA fans watch all of the fights. We don't even just watch the fights live. We go back and watch their previous fights. When we go back and watch their reasonable fights. Why are you on this live stream if you're not an MMA fan and you don't watch the fights? It's weirder for you to be here. What happens on the Discord? We send each other dick pics. It's crazy to me that Alex never made 176 back in his KB days. Bro was gigantic. Alex never made 176 back in his kickboxing days. That Alex ever made 176 back in his bro was gigantic. Yeah, I mean, he's also grown into the weight. Like, he's grown up and grown up and grown up. He's gotten thicker and bigger as he's gotten older, but I get what you're saying, yeah. Carl Prekolek is plus 300 versus Drew Dober. Good bloody money. That is good money. You're welcome, Matthew. Carpenter is better technical boxing, but Philho has more power and better jiu-jitsu. I know, Charlotte. And again, that's why to me, I had to flip a coin. I had to flip a coin. I just don't know. It's one of those. And then to be in Brazil as well, actually crazy. Hey, thank you, corporatism. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for the $2, man. Got a roleplay being a pimp. Have a good one. You have luck out there on the streets, roleplaying being a pimp. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, dude. Thank you for the $2. $175 left to go, chat. And I can message back that company and say, send me the sign, brothers. Send me the sign. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys. I'm going to touch myself if Oliveira wins. Gay. No, I was talking about unknown. I was talking about unknown fights. The unknown fights are the best. What do you mean? These aren't unknown fights. These guys are in the UFC. What are you talking about? Nitro, I haven't understood like 80% of the things that you've said this stream. I predict like 80% of the fights ending in a finish. It should be a banger of a card. I think it is going to be a really fun card. Yeah. Right. Lucinda Almeida versus Michael Aswell. Dougie, go with Lucas Almeida. Aswell's going to overswing. He's going to go too hard in the pocket looking for the finish on Almeida. He's going to gas out. This is the year of the young. This is the year of experience. You feel like Almeida is going to win. Previous Dougie during the week has told me to go with Almeida. I'm going with Almeida. Do not bet on Almeida or pick Almeida. Why not? I've just written myself a note, Nacho. It says go with Lucas Almeida. And now you're telling me not to go with Lucas Almeida. And you are trying to beat me in picks. I think I'm going to go with Almeida, Nacho. I watched 2 of his fights last night. He might be the worst guy in the UFC. Don't watch tape. Don't watch tape. Watching tape is bad for your picks. I say as we watch tape. Bruce Wayne says any Dagestani or Russian-ish fighter not named Islam, Khabib, or Hamzat is not as dominant as everyone thinks they are. Ankalaev was exposed and Movzar will be soon. Mark my words. I don't even think Movzar is that dominant either. All of Movzar's fights are super fucking close. Super fucking close. If it's close, you just got to go with the underdog at plus 30. But I'm not gambling tasteful thickness. I'm just picking fights. Alex or Glover said that Alex was getting bigger because of the grappling, so that's why he can't cut as much weight anymore, including the age. Yeah, I would say it's a bit of everything, right? Like his core is getting thicker, obviously because of the grappling training that he's doing with Glover. But yeah, as you're getting older, it gets harder to cut weight, and it's also far less healthy for you to keep cutting weight as you're getting older. They're going to have the worst dementia, not only CTE, but dementia from all the weight cutting. So yeah, it makes sense that Alex is getting bigger. I like Movzar's style. He rips combos with ground and pound. Bro's boxing loops with ground and pound. Yeah, no, Movzar's entertaining. I'm not... like the people that have called Movzar boring, I've called them out plenty of times saying Movzar's last 3 fights have been fucking exciting as shit. But he's not dominant. He's not dominant. Dougie is gambling by proxy. It's like being the head of the Manson family. I guess so. Yeah, I mean, I'm gambling with my reputation, tasteful thickness, by letting everyone in the chat come up and pick against me and rank them. So I guess I'm betting with my reputation, and I'm gambling with my reputation in that way. Nacho's not happy with my Almeida pick. Baji Oki's not very good though. Decision against Rama. Andre Philly's chinny as fuck. That's not that impressive. Did you see Charles Oliveira say something popped to his coach in the middle of the video? I didn't. Davidson Figueiredo. I did not. Fine. hate this fucking card. This card has been such a pain in the ass to pick. I cannot wait to get to these ones up here. I'm so confident about the top 3. Ramos. Ramos. Go with Ramos. Philly is super overhyped. Ultimate Fighter seems to produce some of the most mid talent of the modern era. Yep. Running on 2 losses. Yep. Go with Ramos. Did you pick Almeida? Thanks for letting me getting ahead of you again. I picked as well. I went with as well. I know you're playing games with me. I went with as well. Right. Fucking hell. Another one. Heavyweight prospects with kickboxing. What's up? What a username? How are you, man? Heavyweight prospects with kickboxing. Renato Diniz. Heavyweight prospects with kickboxing. Pick Diniz. I was going to pick Prachnio, Marino Pintino. I was going to pick Pintinino. I wasn't going to pick Diniz. I've got Pintino in my notes. I've got Pintino in my notes. I know. Yeah. No, I'm not going with Diniz. I'm going with Pintino. Yeah. Prospect with kickboxing. I've lost these picks before, but fuck it. Go with Pintino. That's what my notes literally say. Heavyweight prospect with kickboxing backgrounds. Fuck this. I've lost on these fucking picks so many times before, but still go with Pintino. And then I've written, fuck this card, man. These are the notes that I put in my... So if you guys don't know, when I'm doing my research for the week, I have in my calendar all week long, it's just a note that says picks. And then as I watch fights, I just take little notes and put them in my calendar. And then when I come here to do the stream, I take all of those notes, I copy and paste them, and put them in here and put them here on a notepad. And at the very bottom of this card, at the very bottom of this fight, it just says, fuck this card, man. Oh, man. Where was I up to? Everyone else gets total layups on the nation's card except the Brazilians. I know, Davidson. A lot of 50-50s. A lot of 50-50s. I know, man. How are you, username? I hope that you're good, good dude. If a fighter ever got into hell and back, if a fighter ever goes to hell and back, and Dana White's Contender Series or on Tough in a razor close fight, they're most likely dog shit. This is true. This is very, very true, brother. True, true, true. The good ones either dominate or run through their opponents in less than 2 rounds. Yep, true, true. Although look at that Aussie from last week's card, Cameron Rouston, whatever it was. He struggled in his first Contender Series fight, and then he just went and slept Andre Petrovsky. So, you just never know what you're going to get in regionals. You don't know until they're in the UFC. And this is the big difference between the UFC and Bellator and PFL. Like, the amount of talent that we have outside of the rankings, just when you're in the meat grinder of the regular UFC, it's just uncomparable to everywhere else. You know, we brought up on the stream the other day, we went and looked at the PFL's roster. They have 10 lightweights. Not a top ranked 10. No, they have 10 lightweights. That's it. That's all the lightweights that PFL has. 10 lightweights. The divisions just aren't deep enough, you know. And when you're in the UFC and you've had a couple of fights, you know what I mean? You're fighting 25 different people before we even start talking about the rankings. Like, you're in a fucking meat grinder of actual talent. So it takes some time to see what these fighters are really about. There's just no level like a UFC level. Diniz got a kickboxing background. I know. If Diniz goes to his back, Petrino will be able to hold him down in advanced positions really easily. I agree, Charlotte. Yep. But the Portuguese dude is undefeated. I know. But it's still, who remembers that blonde heavyweight cunt that came in, super prospected up, and then just lost 3 fights in a row, and then went to combat karate, and now he's killing it over Respelas de España. Like, is this just another Rebellas de España moment? This is why I've written fuck this card at the bottom of this fight. But you can't let your past picks ruin you. You can't let your past relationships ruin you. Chin up, and back in we go, and we try again. We're going with Mario Pinto. Alhamdulillah, brothers. Alhamdulillah. I don't feel good about it. I don't feel good about many picks on this card. I'm leaning towards Deniz. I don't blame. That's fine. I don't blame you at all. That's fine. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Again, this card. Fuck this card, man. All right, now we're getting into where I feel you should definitely pick Almeida. Chin up, hands down, with something we bought. Exactly. Chin up, hands down. We fucking play on. Davidson Figueiredo's fan page. Sorry that I missed your chat here, man. Know the meme of a newspaper. South Sudan might be in civil unrest, but it's rich in culture. And then the guy saying, get me out of this godforsaken hellhole. That's you trying to get to the main cut. That is literally me trying to get to the fucking main 3 fights. Exactly, Davidson Figueiredo. It's a fucking hellhole trying to pick these fights this week. Right, Vicente Luque versus Joel Alvarez. Okay, thank God. Thank God. Alvarez. Luque's cooked. Davidson Figueiredo versus Montel Jackson. Montel Jackson. Could be a TKO as well. Could be a TKO. Joel Alvarez wouldn't have violated BSD. Yes, yeah, exactly right. And Davidson Figueiredo is cooked. Charles Oliveira versus Gamrot. I'm going with Oliveira. I'm going with submission. Late round submission on the scrambles. Davidson Figueiredo's fan page is here, so I guess I'll break this down a little bit more. Davidson Figueiredo recently just had his kneecap torn to shreds 5 months ago. He looked like shit in that card. I was honestly embarrassed watching that fight, that a UFC champion could show such horrible MMA transitions and scrambles on the ground, such low IQ. It was a true embarrassment. I don't want to have to break down. I wanted to live in La La Land. Oh, okay, then I'll shut the fuck up. It's going to be a fluke, and Montel Jackson's just going to fluke a win. There you go, Davidson Figueiredo's fan page. I won't break it down for you then. All right, they are my picks. I took Charlie Valle first round sub. Gamrot's going to track him down early while they're still dry, and Charles catches something. Oh, okay. I think Charles is going to catch something late in the fight as the scrambles get more and more lethargic, and the pace of the scrambling starts to take effect on both of them, and Gamrot's going to make a slight yet critical mistake on an escape. Figgy by I Just Got a Feeling. I'm so shocked, Davidson Figueiredo's fan page, that you were picking Figueiredo by I've Just Got a Feeling. I'm absolutely shocked, mate. But there you go, boys. They are my picks. I'm going with Lacerda, TKO round 3. I am going with Walker via Usman, via however the fuck he wants. I'm going with Stuart Nickel because he's Australian. I'm going with Vitor Petrino because Thomas Peterson is a bag of potatoes. I went with Phil Ho versus Clayton Carpenter because it's in Brazil. Essentially, because it's in Brazil. I went with Lucas Almeida. I went with as well over Lucas Almeida because Nacho told me to, even though I don't trust that pick. I went with Ricardo Ramos versus Khan Offley. I've never rated Khan Offley that much. We're going to go with Ricardo Ramos. I'm going to trust in the hype one last time at heavyweight, but I don't like it at all. So I'm going with Mario Pinto. Obviously, Joel Alvarez is going to destroy Vicente Luque. Obviously, Montel Jackson is going to fluke a win over Davidson Figueiredo. That's just for you. And Oliveira, I think he is still him. I think he's still him enough to survive Gamrot. And although Gamrot is good, Dan Hooker was able to scramble out from underneath him. So was Arman Sarukian. Charles Oliveira was able to pretty much draw with Arman Sarukian. I think Charles Oliveira still has it. The issue with Charles Oliveira is the chinning. But Gamrot isn't exactly sleeping cunts. These are my official picks for UFC Fight Night. Oliveira versus Gamrot. May God have mercy on our souls. I took Charles. We did that one. Figgy by I got a feeling. Chat. Does everyone remember when Dougie crashed out because I said Alex was above DC just for him to make the same take using the same argument 1 week later? It wasn't even a week later, mate. It wasn't even a week later. It was 3-4 days later. Yeah, Shaman. And I did give you credit for that earlier in the live stream, mate. Oh. Do we stay live, chat? I got a feeling inside my bones it goes electric way when I turn it up in my city inside my home. I got a feeling inside my bones it goes electric wavy. Are you singing a song, Davidson Figueiredo? Alex winning that fast and dominant, the pay-per-view before Tom's fight, also puts a lot of pressure on Tom to have an outstanding performance. It does. There is so much pressure on Tom Aspinall right now. It's kind of scary, isn't it, Nacho? I agree, man. I agree. Stay, mate. How else will I go? That's disgusting. Charles with boxing gloves for the first time maybe in years. He's taking his boxing seriously. I think I'm not surprised that he's doing that after the chinning that he just received. I just stumbled in here from the verticals. Is this Coulon? Is this Coulon's corner? This is Coulon's corner. I thought this could be Charles Cerrone versus Ferguson, like the last fight before it all starts catching up. This could be Charles Cerrone versus Ferguson. Yeah, especially considering he might fight Holloway if he wins. Yeah, this could be it. This could be it. This is a real, like, which direction is Charles Oliveira going to go in? Yep. I left my dad. I was calling. I didn't hear that. Oh, there you go then, Sharma. Well, yeah, I gave you the credit for that earlier, man. So well done for that, brother. Nobody is beefing with Sharma. The fat man is. The fatty still is. MMA Joey still is. We remember when Dougie was calling Ankeny Smith Magomed. We do remember. Mogomed was my nickname for Ankeny Smith Magalayev. Yes. Mogomed Ankalayev. Get mogged. Alex Pereira is going to get mogged. Alex Pereira simply can't win this fight, I was saying. Alex Pereira simply doesn't have the skills to win this fight, I said. What a joke. Gamrot has been dropped 5 times since 2020 in almost all of his fights too. Yes, and Charles' Muay Thai down the center. Brutal stuff. Let us redo the slides of the MMA rules. Chat loves that. Oh, they love it when I bring up a slideshow talking about the rules. They absolutely love it. Let's go for that. How you doing? I'm doing good, local music lover. How are you, man? Fighter Matrix time? Maybe. Dougie, how long would it take you to end Joey's lineage? 30 seconds. Ank embraced he's in a prime Anthony Smith. He did. That was fucking hilarious. I think I'm going to watch some old fights. I think that's what I'm going to do. Watch some old fights on the screen. Down here in the mini corner. Yes. I think that's what I'll do. Since chat is being nice and slow. Who's Shinika fighting next? Good question. Probably... Oh, fuck you! Probably Sean Strickland. Even though Sean Strickland's been ducking that fight. Probably Sean Strickland. There's 4 fights that I'm fucking confident about on this card. 4 fights! And this was one of them. Fuck, man. Volta Walker versus Muhammad Usman is off. UFC Rio. Usman is out. The fat cunt. These fat cunts. Fucking heavyweights. Fucking fat cunt heavyweights. How hard is it to not weigh 300 fucking pounds? You're an athlete. Can't they get a reply at heavyweight on 2 days' notice? Probably not. How hard is it to not be a fat sack of shit? Jesus Christ, heavyweights. You fucking disgusting creatures. Ank embraced his prime inner Anthony Smith. He did, man. He did. We were going to see another heel hook. We may. Have you ever seen Vitor Belfort's 30-second KO of Matt Lindell in Affliction? Nasty shit. Probably. Probably. What's up, fellas? Hey, Paul, how are you, man? Someone call Mark Hunt. Someone peel Mark Hunt off the ground. What Shogun versus Overeem in Pride? Ooh, that's a good one. We might watch that one. Shogun versus Overeem. Who missed weight? It just says Usman's out. That's all it says. Usman is out. Is he out because he missed weight? He probably fucking got sick cutting weight like every fat heavyweight does. You said disgusting heavyweights 3 times and I turned up. The MMA gods knew that you needed to be here, Paul. Let me check Twitter and see if there's any more news on this. Muhammad Usman is out. Fucking hell. These fat cunts. Via... Hang on a second. Muhammad Usman is out. Let's have a look. UFC Rio. Let's see if we can find any information as to why he's out. Yeah, Usman's injured. Translated from Portuguese. Okay. Muhammad Usman got injured and is out of his fight against Volta Walker. We don't have information on whether the organization will manage to find a new opponent. So Usman's out. He's injured. Fat fucks. Fat titty fucks. Titty bitty fat fucks. Can you do an impression of Nate Diaz saying, yo, ho up. Ho up. Usman's out, but ho up. Get the fuck out of here. There's news popping off on Twitter, guys. We have Raja news as well. Raja Jackson pleads not guilty. He faces 7 years. He's going for not guilty. He's not taking a plea deal. Raja Jackson is not taking a plea deal. Bro loses half his viewers by going into portrait mode. I know. I'm thinking about going back into vertical mode. Unbelievable. Well, not guilty. What a moron. I know. I know. I know. Raja Jackson, 7 years. Not guilty. Dude should have fucking taken a guilty charge. Dude should have just pleaded guilty and taken a few years. What a fucking idiot. But, you know, he's obviously an idiot. Alright, where am I up to in chat? Sorry. That was such an easy pick. Fat ass is messing up my pick percentage. That's what I'm angry at. That's what I'm angry at, man. I got a feeling Dougie isn't very happy. I'm not happy, Shyla. I'm not. Now, I've only got 4 picks that I'm really confident about this card. And Usman was one of them, man. I reckon Usman didn't like the idea of getting heel-hawked into early retirement. Saw his bro with bad knees. At heavyweight, Usman has huge mental demons to get into the cage. That's probably what it was, Paul. He was like, man, fuck this, man. I ain't getting my fucking knees torn apart, man. Fuck that, brother. Bro loses half his viewers. I know, for everyone begs for portrait mode, and then I go into portrait mode, and nobody watches. Not guilty. What a moron. I know. That wasn't Raja. Look, the same could have been. Alright, alright. Dougie resisting so hard not to hate watching the MMA Joey clip. I am, mate. Looking fresh. Thank you, brother. I gave myself a haircut yesterday. Look at those lines, boys. Beautiful stuff right at the top of the dome. Oof, looking good, mate. How are you, Mitch? Good to see you, man. I hope that you're well. I hope that you're well. I'm about to chuck on some old school fights. I'm just catching up on the MMA news. Daniel Cormier believes that as Alex Pereira manages to beat John Jones, he will become the GOAT. What a wild statement from DC. MMA Joey says, fucking MMA Joey. MMA Joey says Ankalaev was forced to fight or be stripped at UFC 320. And Alex Pereira had full knowledge of the injury going into the fight and targeted it. And targeted the injury. And targeted the injury. Luckily, I did a video on this earlier today, so I've got a bookmark. Oh, no, I don't. I got an image of where Alex Pereira hit fucking Magomed Ankalaev right on the top of the head. Idiot. I think by pleading not guilty, that allows them to offer him a plea deal. Oh, so they can then go, right, if you do go guilty, you'll get less time. So it's like a counter. Yeah, I'm with you. Is Jones versus Pereira official? It is not official. No, Jones versus Pereira is not official. No, it's just DC talking. If he's pleading non-guilty, he probably has an expensive due lower that can find a loophole and get him free. Money is everything here. True, Farrell Florida man, very true. There was a plea deal. You usually plead not guilty. Then they give you the plea deal. Okay. All right, cool. I'm sorry, I don't understand the way the American courts work. There you go. So I guess he's starting off with not guilty and then hoping that they return a plea deal towards him. Is what you guys are saying here. For what it's worth, I'm not a lawyer, but I've done some papers. Ex-wife was one. The fact that he's been told to plead not guilty with a quality lawyer says they're confident of brokering a deal. Right, that does seem to be what the rest of the chat is saying, Paul. Yeah, everyone seems to be agreeing with that, man. Conor has a high chance of fighting ever again. Conor has a higher chance of fighting ever again than John. I don't think John ever takes the Alex Pereira fight. John has now got two directions to go. Alex Pereira or Tom Aspinall. John Jones doesn't fucking want either of those. So I don't see John Jones coming back at all, man. Ever against anyone. John Pork. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Sure, dog.